everybody, and welcome to our last video of our last list video of 2021. And I like to do around the Christmas season. I like to do videos that are kind of a bit more unconventional or kind of like introspective, right? So today we're just going to be kind of like riffing for the next little bit, talking about our favorite moments when we played this game, and going over a bunch of jokes. We have a lot of Arkham Horror gameplay content on this channel, and that's where the majority of this is going to come from. The only other thing I think that would be non-gameplay that isn't on this list was our Amanda Sharp joke in our card pairings video.
No, maybe the other one we recorded today.
Yeah, the other one we recorded today, which was also really good.
Oh, that's good.
However, so we're not going to have links to those. You can go through, we have playlists made for these things, so if we'll say it's in here, you'll know where it's from as we talk about it. We're going to just go through and kind of like, we've been playing this game together since it came out, which is kind of crazy. And we've been actually been releasing content for it since it came out. Yeah. Like, we were a lot smaller back then.
And it was a lot worse.
It was a lot worse, yes.
So much worse.
But, you know, we're always looking at growing, and so this is kind of like a thank you to you guys for watching the channel, because we did break 13 million watch minutes for 2021 and over 1 million views on the channel for the first time, so it's like a huge thing for our channel. So we're going to kind of celebrate that by joking about how bad we were at the game, or how things just turned out as we used to play. So grab some popcorn, enjoy. This is kind of also like a podcast list, because it's just kind of like a free flow talk. So
popcorn.
You don't get popcorn, sorry.
Is it because I get everything greasy?
Yeah, and also I know you're gonna spill it. I just know you're just gonna spill it.
You're not wrong.
Yeah. All right. First one on this list is an absolute classic on this channel, where Mark Harrigan kills Minh fan.
This happened like 4 years ago, and we still get giggly about it.
Yeah, so with this one, it was we were playing Path to Carcosa. First time. Well, not including the Lola mulligan, because I was playing Lola the first time through. But then I was like, this is awful.
No idea.
And I'm like, we got to get out of this. So I was playing Minh, you were playing Mark. Bryn was Safina, probably.
That sounds right.
And
maybe? No.
Yeah, she was Path to Carcosa. And so it was in The Last King, which is the second scenario, and just this small little lunatic enemy, maniac or young psychopath engaged me.
Yeah.
And
it's like turn 2.
And I was Minh, yeah. And Mark was like, I'm gonna shoot her. And he's like, do you trust me? Because one shot kills it, nice and easy. I think I took the horror too, so it was also still really easy for you to do. And then Mark misses the first shot, and I'm like, ow, that hurts. Then Mark goes again. And Travis, this time you commit an unexpected courage to it. Because I think you drew the -4 and you failed or something like that.
I was like, well, that felt bad. I really want to kill it this time.
Yeah. And then you drew the auto fail.
Yeah.
And I got shot again. And as we were making this list together, we were riffing about the joke where you're in it.
Yeah, I've already shot, I've already dealt 4 damage. Yeah, I can't just not kill it now.
With this as well, a missed shot would have killed me. And, as you can tell by the name of the card over there, it did kill me.
It did indeed.
So, Russ, just showing you your resume. That's the longest you had.
Come on, buddy.
Oh my god. No. By the way, my cat's opening an OnlyFans account if you're interested. But in the last shot, he drew the skull, which then cascades into an auto fail. And I left out one of my favorite oh fucks I've ever let out when you killed me. It's great. This one actually is we actually can point to it. I'll put it in the description for this one. There is our best of video that I edited last year. It's going to have a lot of the moments in this, as well as some of the new ones that happened since we released that. Mm-hmm. There won't be a best of video this year. This is sort of that for us, but why don't we move on to the next one?
It's a lot less work for Justin.
It is, yes. Because as I said, we have a lot of content.
Yeah.
Next one here. Travis tries Lola for deck testing.
Yeah, this was also around that Carcosa time, and we were like, yeah, we're just going to play a standalone or something, play Midnight Mass a couple times, try some of the cards before we did our
reviews.
Our card reviews, and I tried playing Lola, and it was just awful. We played the scenario twice, and it just crushed my desire to play the game.
Yeah.
like every time I tried to do something, there's like, no, you can't. You're not in the wrong role.
Yeah,
And
just
then-
every time being like, wait a minute, frick!
Yeah. Oh, I can't do that. Or I'm gonna shoot this guy. I drew an enemy. I'm gonna shoot this guy and like throw away all your blue cards.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay. So just die instead. So yeah, first impressions of Lola, not good.
Yeah, and even like as I just said, when we had the first Path to Carcosa, I played Lola, and I wanted to get out of it because she's just not.
Yeah, second
fun.
impression also not good.
Yeah. Bye.
Gone forever.
Yeah, just shows his ass, and he's like, "All right, I'm done." No, you're going to the plant. You can't eat the plant.
This is patently false.
You can't. Oh, right in my throat.
So chubby.
Oh, sorry, buddy. All right, what do we got next?
It's okay. They saw plenty of him.
Yeah. All right.
Wow.
Bryn always succeeding take heart tests.
This one still happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But in the campaign in particular, this was like incredibly improbable. But I was playing ARKHAM Pete. And I think 3 times in a row, I committed take heart to a test that I should not have been able to pass. And just drew the blue token and was like, okay, like I guess I'll stand my dog up and like do the thing.
Yeah.
Well, I don't get to draw any cards.
Yeah.
This is bullshit.
It's the perfect.
Yeah, it happened like 3 times in a row, and then it happened like the next, I think 4 or 5 times that I committed it. There was like 1 time that it didn't.
Yeah, it's
It
very
was wild.
Yeah.
and even still happens. Like
Right.
as Travis said, like occasionally you just like you still have a very high drawing the elder sign on those.
When I don't want to.
It's like the perfect Bryn thing too, because
Yeah.
you always draw the autofail when you're going for your big whammy, and then you're just like
always.
frick.
Yeah.
And then you know you're doing your take card, and you draw the elder sign, you're like frick.
Not a lucky man.
No.
So it's just the way it is. It's just the way it is.
You don't learn to play with the cards you dealt, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, and then it built the joke where we're like, now it has the hidden text, which is just draw the. It's
succeed.
basically just like a catastrophe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah. Purple has to pay 5 XP for that. You just get it at level 0 in
Yeah,
red.
boom.
You do.
So. Yeah, only it doesn't work if I commit it to something that I want to have happen.
Oh, as a side note, something I'm on Audible and add to this list is when Travis did a practice makes perfect as Mandy with an 100 card deck and got 2 deductions off the top.
That was good.
That was
Oh,
good.
man.
That was
wild.
good. All right, next thing here, Leo turns into a tree.
Oh my god.
So this is from a very recent run. This is on our Return to the Forgotten Age run, which we started in COVID and had to put on hold for months until we could be
6
in person
months,
again
yeah.
to finish it. And you can tell because we all look like frickin' Sub-Zero and Scorpion in the first episodes of that one. We look like ninjas. And then in those times, it was before the break where Bryn, you were doing the Springfield?
The Springfield, yeah.
And your weakness that, because whenever we do a
I
new
had
campaign,
dendromorphosis, yeah.
Travis likes to, and I agree, makes it more fun to use the weaknesses that came out in that campaign for the first time.
Yeah.
So Bryn got dendromorphosis, which turns you into a tree, which takes up
both your hand slots.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's got 1 health, but you can't assign damage to it because it's not in your play area. It's in your threat area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got so angry because he would just draw it. He'd be like, we were like 3 scenarios in, he'd draw it and be like, damn, I can't do anything. It's just like we're 3, you've known you've had this for 2 scenarios. How have you not put something in your deck to deal with it? And you're just like, oh.
I had to spend money on these Springfields.
I'm around playing Calvin trying to like do things with my Garbo stats. Justin's getting clues because you're playing Mandy,
I
right?
played Mandy, yeah.
Yeah, probably the only reason we got as far as we did in that one. But yeah, then Bryn's just like, no, I can't kill enemies. I can't hold a weapon.
Look, sometimes you turn into a tree.
Yep.
It was just happening. You were just like, there's no way I could have foreseen this happen.
You're like, I'm a tree. That's how it is.
Yeah. Yeah, don't tell Travis, but I definitely cut my prepared for the worsts.
Yeah. That was definitely one of the like angriest
Oh,
I've been on video.
Man, another one that I want Audible on this. I know there's going to be more I remember, but the time when we did our mono mystics, we were all playing purples, and we all agreed to put Open Gate in our deck.
Oh, yeah.
And then Bryn and I started taking them out. Travis still had his for the whole time.
I was told.
And then you realizing that later, like months later, when we brought
Wait a
it up.
minute.
Yeah, it was so funny because it was like the first thing I took out. I was like, all right, take out 2 of these open gates.
We got 7.
I need space for these Song of the Deads.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Just like actively making your deck worse.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh. I should have just helped you find your tree earlier as Mandy. Just been like, hey, so we'll search your deck for a tree. Become a tree on the first turn. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, that one was funny. And I always liked it because we would talk about it while we were filming. We'd always talk about our
Allude to it,
cursed,
yeah.
our cursed Forgotten Age run. Yeah, it was a good time. Let's see what's next. We all fall off the train. So this one is also in that best of video. This is when we played Mono Guardians through the Dunwich Legacy. We played the Return to Dunwich, and in that one there is one of the train cars where you have to make a foot 1 test.
I think so.
Otherwise, no, it's a foot 2 test, and if you fail that one, you do a foot 1 test, and then you can fall off the train.
Yeah,
Like there's like
something
one
like that.
bumper. There's a bumper for it.
Yeah, you do have to fail 2 tests, but I forget what the first one is.
Yeah,
It might be brain,
yeah,
and then foot,
yeah,
Something like
and
that.
if you fail, you fall off the train.
yeah. And you're
Yeah,
just
we're
defeated.
all blue.
Yeah,
So like one of us has a chance of.
yeah. You were Carolyn.
Like, yeah,
and you had like
yeah.
2 foot. You were.
I was Leo. I had 1.
No,
foot.
I was Leo because I was
Were you
Brass
Leo?
Knucks Leo.
Yeah. Okay. Oh man,
You were probably like Zoe or something.
I must have been like.
Zoe's got.
I was probably Mark Harrigan if we're being honest.
Probably, yeah, probably,
makes
yeah.
sense too.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but what happened
That
was
guy's good.
you guys went there and you both fell off the train. And
Yeah.
I was about to move
was
in,
like,
and I
damn.
just like watched you guys fall off, and I was like, well, hopefully this goes better for me, Mr. 1 foot Leo Anderson. And I'll tell you, it did not. I fell off that train.
No, that was one of the shortest scenarios we've ever played.
Yeah.
That was like train car number 3 or whatever.
Yeah, it was,
like,
man, that's so funny though. Just us being like, well, this is our Goliath.
Yep.
Yeah, we're done.
Yep.
Yeah, it's good. All right, next up, Justin always forgetting about Boundary Beyond's 3rd act.
Every time.
Yeah.
Every time.
Luckily, I did remember on our recent Forgotten Age Return to, but I always just like forgot that this one has a 3rd act. There was this one time I remember distinctly I was playing Silas, and I was like, all right, guys. I was like, in my head, I was like, okay, this is almost over. I'm gonna take the sacrifice for the team so they can get ahead. So I do it, right? And then
Yeah.
I'm like close to death, if not dying. And then I'm like, all right, guys, we got this. Everything's gonna be okay. You get it done. You get it done. There's a 3rd act, and I'm like,
You gotta kill Padma Amrita.
yeah, and I'm like, oh shit, your goon's dead. Yeah.
That was
Oh.
pretty good.
It's just because that scenario is already so hard. I feel like
It's
by
so
the time
long,
you get
too.
there, you're like, we've done it. But no. But luckily now I'll never forget because I always used to forget. It's like, learning through my mistakes.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
I think my favorite part about that scenario is how they got this good joke on the agenda card about how
You can get 6.
you could get all
Yeah,
6
yeah,
of
to
them.
advance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, nah, no way, not
Yeah,
in 1,000 years.
it's like those the security valves they have for everything. Where like there's some where like if it's still Act 1 as you're going into like, oh yeah, you're like if it's still Agenda 1 as you're going into like Act 4 on the back, and you're like, no, it's Agenda 3. Like calm down. Like, but I understand you. You're there for a reason, but calm down.
Yeah, come on, man.
Yeah.
Be reasonable.
All right, what do we got next? Bob hurts his arm. So this one's very recent, but it's now my new favorite thing. And anytime someone gets a arm injury or a leg injury, which are the new weaknesses where they stop you from doing actions. But what happened was we were doing Pit of Despair. This was after Norman Travis over here died.
Yeah.
He drowned in the water. But then Bob drew his arm injury, and then Travis had this this voice.
Ow, I hurt my arm.
Yeah, it's like I really
I scraped my arm.
I scraped it on the wall here. It really
Daniel,
hurts.
Daniel, can you fix my arm?
It's
I can't hold the lock fixer too bad.
And just now, anytime someone gets one of those, I just picture them be like, "Oh, I stubbed my toe real bad," because it's just so funny in the face of all this horror. They're just like, I bumped my elbow.
I have my funny ball.
Yeah.
They were so fuzzy.
It's so funny to me. It became one of my. It's my new favorite thing about that. And I'm glad the joke sticks. Because as you can tell from this channel, we like to make our own jokes for shit, right? Like Big Butt Baby is what we call the royal emissary.
Audible into connection markers. The Tringle.
Oh, the Tringle, yeah. The Tringle, that's a great one.
Jingle is a good
The
one.
Tringle.
The new one I'm really trying to make work, trying to make a new thing, which is ice milk. I don't know why. I said it once, and now that's just like what it is. And then the
There's some
the
real
frostbite
weird
one.
stuff coming up about that.
So funny, that is.
Real weird stuff.
Oh my god, that is. Yeah, that was a good. That was a very funny moment. And today's just been a good day of recording. All right. Before Bob hurts his arm again, let's move on to the next one, which is Gloria has 10 encounter cards in hand. So this one is when we did our one collection challenge, which I think is the best run like we've ever
For Dream Eaters?
had, because like we built our. It was the first time we've ever built our decks together to work together with, because we had a limited collection.
Yeah.
And it was in the final one where the gods dwell. And there's, as Gloria, I had my entire hand was encounter cards because I was just giving them out to the people who needed them, and I was holding all the other junk because encounter cards, the hidden cards, are very important for that one. I'm not going to go into the spoilers for it in detail, but I just loved this thing where you guys had your hands and I had 10 encounter cards, and I was like, I can't do anything. Like, I have no, I just need to get clues. I can still get clues. I just can't commit cards, but that's okay. I have no cards to commit. I can't play cards. That's fine. I have 10 encounter cards. And then I was able to just move around and, like Grandma, give everybody chores to do.
You go do this.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I also feel like it's a nice achievement to gain in this game, which is have a handful of encounter cards and then some.
Yeah, that was kind of wild.
Yeah.
And the fact that it didn't kill me, too, is also kind of crazy.
I mean, most of them don't kill you. They just
They're just making it hard to play,
the
yeah. Alright, yeah.
Hey,
If this was Carcosa, yeah.
game. Oh, man.
Alright, next one here. Justin's dream about Travis's big hands.
We're
Wait,
not
this
going to
isn't...
explain this
This
one.
isn't... What is it? How did this
We're just,
get in here?
Yeah, we're just going to leave you with that.
So,
I don't think we can explain it.
So this is based on a dream I had where we were playing and Travis had a dream-enhancing serum in play.
I was playing Manny for the first time, I think.
Yeah, and it was a dream that I had because of this. And you were just like, yeah, turn to you, and you're like, Justin, look, 100 cards. Because Travis had so much excitement about how many cards he can hold with dream-enhancing serum and stuff. And now it's just this joke where the goal is for Travis to have 100 cards in hand. So much so that like a week and a half ago I sent him a picture of my Amanda Sharp deck, and I had like 18 cards in hand, and I was like, we're getting there. It's
We can get 100 cards into our deck.
we can get 100 cards in our deck. We just got to find a way to get them all into our hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I also had the dream about Travis's big hands. He just waved to me, and it was just boom, 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 just blocking the sun, unblocking it.
Tell me about this one.
It's okay. It's not. It happened just a reoccurring dream 5 times. It's okay.
Normal reoccurring dream.
Next one here is we got the Blessed Forgotten Age draft. So this one is also very recent on the channel, and Blessed is in quotes because it's kind of. It turned us off from
It
draft.
went really well.
we
None of
fucking
us
hated that
enjoyed
one.
it, but we all
Yeah.
had a good time.
Yeah. There's a lot of good memories that came from it, but it
We'll
was.
do it again.
We also were like, and also all fairness as well, we don't enjoy playing digitally. We much prefer paper, right? And it was also like pandemic time. We were still at a distance, just having to play this way, and then it just made it worse. We were all playing investigators who didn't want to play. I was playing an Akachi who had to draft her spells, so it was horrible. You were playing Preston, which is horrible.
Yeah.
Especially in a draft, and you were playing just a normal investigate min deck, which you're
Also hate.
yeah. But there was a lot of great memories that came from that draft.
Preston digging people out of the sand pits and
Yes, yep.
bring along his turkeys whenever they were
Yeah,
pertinent.
Just a sack full of turkey.
the frickin' 10 cunning distractions you played over the campaign that just always were perfectly
There were like
timed.
3 or 4 times where it's just like, I might be able to bail us out of this if I succeed this resourceful test and get back cunning distraction.
Yeah.
And then we just did it. It was like,
We're good.
okay. Fine.
Yeah. And then and then the other thing that happened is after we finished Depths of Yoth, I had too much trauma as me as a catchy, so I knew I was just going to die right away. So I had to draft into someone else, and I got Lola. I got freaking Lola Hayes as my draft. But then it was the first and only time we actually earned the perfect ending out of Shattered Aeons.
Yeah, the forging your own path one.
Yeah.
My God.
Which is kind of crazy.
I mean, like the first what, like 15 times that we tried, however many times we tried.
Remember we sat there and played
Yeah,
it
we played it, like,
exclusively that
every
for like
week.
3 weeks.
Yeah.
For like 5 hours.
Trying to get
and we were like,
trying to get the perfect ending.
Yeah.
The first 5 times we didn't realize that the person carrying the relic doesn't need to be at the location. in
Yes.
order
Yeah,
to
I think
attach
we
it,
will-
which is a huge deal.
Yeah.
Yep. Fair enough. Like I think if we'd known that,
We probably would have won one
which
of
there
them.
was no possible way for us to know.
Yeah, no, we don't
really.
RTFC here.
No.
Like, what, are you going to read the game's cards?
No.
I got to read my own
You're
cards.
going to read the first sentence and assume you know how the rest works.
Yeah, I got all the scenario stuff to read too. Like, man.
Yeah, whatever.
I read
got
the
time for
agenda
that.
and the act.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be amazed.
Bryn's busy reading the locations.
Yeah.
The first, I think, I don't know, probably the first 2 years we were playing the game, we didn't realize that in the core set campaign, all of the woods locations just connect back to the
Yeah,
map.
that one is really bad.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, that's why you guys should watch our videos. And
Yeah, yeah.
value the things that we tell you
Yeah.
about them.
Yeah.
Read the cards.
Yeah.
Read the cards.
Even
It's something
then-
like we don't do it, we should do it, we'd win more.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. But hey, what can you do? Spend your time reading the cards? Psh, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, we got jokes to make.
Nah,
Yeah,
we're
we
busy.
do.
We got other
We-
things to do.
Yeah, I have a whole notebook of ice milk stuff I got coming up.
God.
All right, next one here. The Cursed Return to Circle Undone run. So this
The
one
only
is...
cursed person was me.
Yeah, this one's also very recent. This one is so funny in retrospect. But it was 8 weeks of Bryn and I bullying Travis with curse tokens. And it also has really confirmed my thought that if one person at your table is going to play curse archetype, everyone should have a way to dabble with that archetype as well, even if it's just getting a covenant that can interact with it.
Or playing blessed.
Or playing blessed, yeah.
Even. Like, that'll
Yeah.
work too, because they kind of offset.
Because there were just so many times when Travis was like, I'll make a test. I drew 3 curse tokens. I
Failed.
fucking failed. And then Bryn and I are like, we need
Why are you taking those out of the bag?
Yeah, you guys would be on your turn. You'd be like, I'll make a test. And Bryn'd be like, oh, Justin, I see you drew a curse token. We'll just put that one back in the bag.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
Bryn would make a test and John, he's like, oh, I need that. Just like, oh, that's no problem. Just like put it off the side and count it as a +1 or whatever.
Yeah, +1, put it back in the bag. Yeah.
And then like I'd like draw like 3 curse tokens and there you're like, you donkey, what are you doing?
Roland, stop.
Bad rolling.
Yeah. Yeah, I read that.
Stop drawing your curse tokens, just pass the test.
Yeah. And you know what the worst part is my only benefit from the curse tokens was my covenant. That was all I needed. But the thing is, just for me, it was always me first. I was like, yeah, me. For me, I drew a curse token, me. And then poor Roland over here, and he has his own directives he has to follow, so he's already pretty limited, and then you're just getting freaking bullied.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
God.
pretty bleak
Yeah,
looking
yeah.
back on it.
Although I will say, I had a great time throwing Armageddons at people.
Yeah.
Uh,
No, honestly, that was I love
Yeah, there
that.
was,
you guys had a lot of fun.
there was one fight where I think I got like -8 or -12 or something to my
Yeah.
combat test, but it didn't matter because I got to blow everyone up who was at my location anyway.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, no, that was a great campaign. I love that one.
Yeah. It was good.
Yeah, just like using the frickin' whatever the spell is, the event is that puts curse tokens into the shroud, equal to shroud to get 2 clues. Just, yeah, Travis, don't worry, I put 6 curse tokens in the bag. We're set. Travis like,
Thanks.
please, stop. Please. Alright. Bullying the final bosses of Innsmouth. So if you don't want Innsmouth spoilers,
Maybe mute
Sucks.
your video now and wait until we change the card.
Yeah,
correct.
that's a good
Yeah,
idea.
that's a great idea, bro.
Yeah.
How?
I was going to say go on someone else's channel and start watching their content, but
Why would you do that?
I don't know, Travis. I panicked. I need to fill space. If I'm not always talking, I feel like I'm not doing anything. Anyways, how's it going, everybody? I'm Justin. We're playing board games, and today, so in this one was our first run of the Innsmouth Conspiracy, where we had 3 decks that were like the most unstoppable decks in the world.
Yeah,
right?
we had Trish, Mary, and Silas.
Yeah, and I just remember this thing when we were like, I think it was the final scenario, where it was like, you were like, Trish, you're just getting Travis, you're like, Trish, you're getting a bunch of clues, I'm killing everything, and Silas can't fail a test. Right?
Yeah.
Like everything's a blessed token or he can't fail, right? Like, it's like,
Yeah.
it was just, it's one of the strongest campaigns I think we've had in terms of just our deck output at the end.
I think we got almost every victory point we could have.
Yeah.
At the end of that campaign. That was our town, Scrub.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was the only
Our
campaign.
decks had over 50 experience in them, if
Yeah.
I remember correctly. It was...
No. I mean, fair enough, Innsmouth does give out experience like it's candy. All you gotta do is pick it up off the ground.
And you pick it, and you also got they have distinct times when you can eat that candy and when you can't eat that candy.
Like it's like going up trick or treating when you're 6 or whatever, and your parents are like, no, you can't eat any of the candy until you get home.
Yeah, yeah.
And you're like, oh, but I'm like, I got a bag full of candy.
And they're like, nope, you got to go on this boat first. Go to Devil Reef.
Go fight this tentacle monster first.
But it came into
him too.
a final. We really
He showed up and was just like, okay.
and we get into the final scenario, and like we're just beating the absolute crap out of Dagon and Hydra, and like
we could have finished that scenario again.
Yeah.
In the time that we had left, like we could have
The
started
clues
again
and damage we had on them, yeah.
and like done the thing again.
Yeah, they could have refled everything. We would have just
Yeah.
been like, no problem, it's done.
yeah, because it was just so sick that we were able to just like move. There wasn't like any fear. I mean, it's not sick because the goal of the game is fear, right?
Maybe it's
like,
fun once in a while.
But like just being like Travis being like, yeah, I'm gonna go just move in here and stab Mother Hydra, and I'm like, cool, I'll move in here, stab Dagon a bunch. Bryn, why don't you exhaust them with this thing we need to do for the objective?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. We also did have a really sweet placement for the building that can have the black key attached to it to activate the traps, where it was like right in the middle.
Yeah.
So we can just like shuffle slightly off to one side and be like, oh no,
Yeah.
that guy's close, too close. You gotta walk that way. And they're like, oh, why?
That was fun.
Yeah. No, that was. I've never felt less scared of the game of Arkham.
Yeah.
No, it sucked to be Hydra and Dagon that day.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Travis never moves as Carolyn.
Backpack Carolyn.
So this. You might see the deck list, Backpack Carolyn, and be like, why isn't there a backpack in here? Oh, there is.
Carolyn is the backpack.
So this one is also from our one collection challenge through Dream Eaters. And this was, I believe, when I was Jacqueline, and you were Carolyn, and you were Will Yorick. Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. And in this one, Travis, as Carolyn, ran safeguards, and he never moved. Like,
yeah,
I
had Safeguard and Pathfinder and Shortcut, so I was like, I'll move you, Justin, I'll come with you.
Yeah. And then, like, every time we would move, you and I were, like, glued together for the majority of it.
Yeah.
Because we would both be getting clues, and Will Yorick is...
You just, like, locked our character cards together.
Yeah, I did. On this tabletop simulator, I did lock them together. And then I had 2 separate ones if we ever got split up.
Yeah.
But, yeah. And because just, like, Bryn is Yorick, he can just kill with confidence because he's like, yeah, they'll attack me, it's okay. And then he's like, I'm unkillable.
You just don't take damage, it's easy.
Yeah.
Take me to the clues.
Yeah, and then just...
Go!
Carolyn just never moving was hilarious. Yeah. Even the point when you would be like, hey, so can you come pick me up on your way?
Yeah. I don't really want to spend actions moving. I'd rather like play an ally and gain some resources.
Get some clues, and we're like, yeah, man, let's go. Yeah, because me as Jacqueline, I wanted to be on you anyway to give you pulls, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a perfect, as I said, I think it was just our most cohesive.
Yeah.
Tristan Botley.
Tristan Botley!
So there was something we said a lot on this channel before we played with him, which is don't ever expect to get Tristan Botley out for free. If it happens, that's a nice little piece of gravy.
Dude,
but don't expect it.
It'll fucking happen.
Yeah. So there's a small thing that now, whatever we do, whenever we draw 3 Curse or Bless tokens, you have to say Tristan Botley, and someone at the table always pretends to play him.
Yeah.
It's just the rule. So I hope that rule also goes to your table because it actually is in the rule book. You have to just find it. Trust me, it's there.
Probably.
It's actually
yeah,
an
why not?
FAQ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I have to say Tristan Botley and pretend to play him when someone at my table draws 3 Curse and Bless tokens?
Yes. Otherwise, the Arkham Police will come and take all your stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we're very familiar with the Arkham Police. As Bryn
break
said,
all
we
kinds
didn't
of
know the
rules,
woods was connected.
Yeah,
they
we're on
weren't
like
happy for
we're
that
on like our
one.
4th warning. We're facing hard times.
Yeah, man. I'm one double accidental commit of overpowers or unexpected courages away from going for fucking life, man. They're gonna put me in the hole. I just get so excited. I see 4 symbols and I'm like, let's go.
+4 with test. If only I could do this with 1 card.
Yeah. All right. Next up, this one's very recent. Bob shows Louis
Very
the
recent.
forbidden kung fu technique.
It's some American kung fu.
So this one is in our Edge of the Earth first play, which is currently happening on the channel, and the video that it happens in is out. Lily Chen has this wacky deck building restrictions where she can't use firearms
For some reason.
for some reason. But luckily, Bob
Probably because of her +5 skill test. Discipline.
probably just shotgun.
Probably this exact reason.
But Bob, he doesn't care about the rules.
There's no rules. There's only people who want to buy vacuums.
Yeah. And this
People
vacuum,
shot.
this
People
vacuum has
sell
a shot that spreads like this.
Yeah.
So in this one, Bob,
Vacuums to vacuum up in pieces of people.
in this one, Bryn as Bob gave Lily the sawed-off shotgun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, some poor guy showed up and we were like, oh, they're gonna kill this guy in 2 actions or whatever, and Bryn's like, here's a shotgun. Flip a discipline, gives me +5 fighting skills.
And then just killed the guy.
Just blow him up for 6 damage.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It's
And
so
we're-
janky.
And we're not
So
even
janky.
we're not even done. We still have a lot of campaign left to
Yeah.
go on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do hope one day
I'm
you
just waiting for the auto fail that kills Justin on the shotgun.
No. You need me. I get clue.
Bryn get clue.
Bryn get clue, but much slower pace than I get clue.
Yeah.
I have deduction.
I've got
Deduction. I like deduction.
I've got Kensler's journal.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, no,
That's
he's got
good.
the
That
book.
is good.
It's like
yeah.
3 deductions.
It's like
Oh,
a couple
yeah.
of deductions.
No, that's why now whenever Travis plays the fighter, I play someone with high evade. So I'm like, Travis, don't worry about it. I'll go off on my own.
No, man, you can get him extra. It's fine. Just
Don't
All right. The last one we have here, I believe this is the last one. This one's just our first fight against the Ghoul Priest.
Oh yeah, man. With our basic decks from the core set.
Yeah, so this is like many layers of stories because you'll know this if you've been on our channel a bunch, and if you're here for the first time, this is a really weird video to watch for the first time. But if you're here the first time, we've been playing Arkham Horror 2nd Edition and Eldritch Horror for a while. And when this one came out, we were like, Poggy, more Arkham Horror. We weren't expecting it to be like as good as it was. We thought it would be good, but like the game's really good. And we were all excited, and then the Ghoul Priest shows up, and we're like loving the story. It took us like 8 turns to get the 8 clues off of the
Yeah.
the study and the gathering. We were like, just like, it took us like, I think I'm gonna look it up. I need to see.
It took us so long, man.
Yeah.
We were so bad.
Yeah.
Show all. Oh my god. I
There's
guess
probably a lot of these, Justin.
it was also Magic the Gathering.
Oh yeah, that's really unfortunate.
That's you and I playing. Oh my god. Oh, I guess that's. Oh. I need to find, because it didn't take us 30 minutes. Oh, here it is probably. Nope, that's the same one. I need to find this. But anyways, it took us a long time to get anything done.
It really did. And the Ghoul Priest showed up and he had 20 health.
Dude, that's so much.
It was so much.
Especially, it's a lot when you're fighting switchblades and baseball
Oh
bats,
yeah,
man.
yeah. No, and like we're there to take it to him, but what we've got is a switchblade and a baseball bat and a yellow character with no weapons. But Daisy has control of Lita Chandler.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. That was really good.
and a Roland with no weapon.
Yeah, we're just like, whoa.
That's what we got. We're just like, all right, boys.
Yeah, and
What is evading?
Yeah.
One way or the other.
my God, 2 hours and 16 minutes. I mean, like, we were learning the game, right?
Yeah.
And we didn't know what to do on our turns. So we got Roland. Patrick's playing Roland. Bryn, you're playing Skids. You're playing Agnes.
Okay.
And I'm
Okay.
playing Wendy.
Well, that explains why it took us so long to get the clues.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, like I know there was one of us who couldn't do anything, but that person also had Lita Chandler, so it's just.
Oh no, we did okay. We got out on the 3rd turn, so that's okay.
Okay,
For
yeah.
like a first play, that's not a bad pace.
Out of the study with all 4 of us getting clues. Yeah.
All right, let's see what's in our play areas. All right, Travis has Bryn, Patrick. Everyone's Patrick has a Dr. Milan.
Yeah.
All right. You have a Switchblade level 0, but you're like, this is going great.
Yeah. And a guard dog.
Guard
Guard dog's
dog.
pretty good.
You have a baseball bat.
I mean, like, you got one
Okay,
shriveling.
You and I each have flashlights. I can't see what this card is. I think it's like blown out a bit.
That looks like
Oh, that's your heirloom of Hyperborea.
unique. You can see the 3 symbols on it.
Yeah, and then I have the flashlight. That's all I
This,
have.
the old stream room used to have some horrible glare, didn't it?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh my God. Oh, we did this one live. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got a cultist there. Can't play assets or events.
Yeah, it's my round basic weakness.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
Silver Twilight Acolyte.
Back when we just had top cam. Things haven't really changed in this board state, have they?
No.
We spent so long just like
Oh, I got a rabbit's
Evade.
foot.
And reading cards.
evade, read card, 3 basic fight.
Yeah. There's my baseball bat. Oh, back when we would flip the cards over to their...
Well, that's what the rules said, dude.
No, it's true. It's true.
You got
We
it.
also didn't know that you could sequence the play order in any order that you wanted.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
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 I remember being upset that the heirloom of Hyperborea and I didn't really have any spells.
Yeah. Yeah, the Roland's now got Lita. Still's got his 30 special.
Oh, man,
Oh,
you can just see down in the corner here, Fan Justin.
Oh my god.
there he is. Now he's up on the wall over there.
He's moving up. Moved up in the world. Shelf just now.
Yeah. Shelf Justin. He's loving life. Oh, Leo DeLuca. I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Wow. And here's the Ghoul Priest engage with me.
There's all the paper tokens like chimps.
Yeah.
My god.
Wow.
Water protection.
That's crazy.
How far we've come.
December 4th, 2016. So it's been 5 years.
It's more than 5 years.
Oh, yeah, no, yeah.
By a couple of days.
Yeah. That's crazy. Wow. Wow.
That's a asshole.
That was, yeah. Patrick, I remember Patrick didn't like it either at
Well, it's because
first.
he died, then he was
Well,
like, I can't
yeah.
play anymore. So I just don't get to play him, and we're like, well, like, for now.
Yeah. Was he even in our second one?
Yeah, but he died on like turn 3.
Yeah.
Turn 2. Something like that.
Oh, yeah, there he's
Yeah.
gone, yeah.
Yeah. No, and then he went to go play Halo. Or
Yeah, he's like,
something.
this game is stupid. I'm like, hey, bud.
Yeah.
It's not unfair. It wasn't amazing back then.
No.
Yeah. I mean, we thought it was because it was new and shiny.
Yeah, I mean, and also just like in the history of this game, just every time there's been a new campaign, it's always just so exciting. As soon as Travis starts reading that interlude, and then Bryn and I start snickering and making jokes like students in class,
Yeah.
it's always a good time. So yeah, that is it for this video, but also I just want to say thank you again for everyone who's watched and supported us in this, and also like just commenting, talking with you. We love reading them. We love... We are scared of the Arkham police, but we understand why you're here. But please just remember...
We're famous. People will know us if we're gone.
Yeah, if we suddenly... if we
just
stop
disappear
uploading, if we
us.
stop uploading, people will notice. We release a video every freaking day of the week. As soon as there's one day without a video, it's like, where's Justin? Is Justin okay? Is he... They'll know. They'll know. A huge thank you as well to our patrons for supporting the channel. The Patreon is still relatively new. Well, actually, for our lifespan of the channel, it's extremely new. but the support you guys have given us has been incredible. At the time of this recording, we have broken 300 American a month, which is exciting. If you want to support the Patreon, that's the way to. You can find it down in the description. If we break 500 American, I'm going to start editing our gameplay videos that we have to make it just nonstop action and jokes and Charlie Kane references probably.
If you guys want, I could make Justin edit the videos by cursing more. And
Yeah, as long as
Yeah.
you just don't
Saying
curse.
awful things.
yeah.
I guess to take out.
Yeah. Bryn's like, practice makes perfect is okay.
You be taking your turn, Justin. Bro, just have his like mic over here, whispering horrible curse words into it. Like, cut all that out.
Yeah, that was good. Live editing, baby. Thanks for watching, everybody. You guys have a good one. We'll see you guys tomorrow for another ARKHAM video, because that's how this channel freaking works. Thanks for watching. Have a good one, and as always, GG's.